We are off.
Indeed we are, and the winner of this one will face the winner of RC Drone and Captain Green, who are kicking off their series after this tonight here on the same channel right here on Speed Gaming, I believe at 11 Eastern.
And Rick screen scrolling his way, he's going to go over to Vanilla 3. And JSR, it looks like, is heading for Vanilla 1. We've got Gibdos on the overworld. And
Yeah.
Vanilla 3 is 5.
Yeah. JSR actually, I saw him doing this last night actually. He decided it was worth the time spent to go straight to the Armos location to see what was there before doing anything else.
Except Rick has found the wand.
Oh, wow. And JSR has found
we've got
the Armos item.
And Rick has found a segmented 5. Okay, so are these still the... are all the bracket flags the same?
Yes. Yes, they are, yeah. From week 5 of group onward, everything stayed the same.
Level a weird comma thing. And JSR finds 7 in... I'm assuming that's Vanilla 6.
Yeah, that's where he headed to. He does now know where the Armos item is. It's just over on the other side of Hyrule. And we'll have to either avert his current routing or wait to pick it up.
Wait, not knowing what was in that staircase, how does he know which of the other 2 locations it is?
He went down in there and got the worthless hint, which leads him to where it will be. Which is over in the Lost Hills near Vanilla Level 5. So there's a natural path to take to it as you're heading to a dungeon. May just be later than he was may have to go there sooner than he was intending to.
And I'm not sure what 7 is. That's a weird. It's a very weird shape.
It was weird.
JSR is
large.
JSR is heading to Vanilla 3, which is 5.
So presumably he'll find that wand just like Rick did.
Rick picks up some bombs. I wonder if we'll see him. Given where he is, I wonder if we'll see him go hit that take any. $32 medium secret, so that's not bad at all.
Oh yeah, that's a good find. You love to have the big, large secrets, but a healthy medium secret, especially in a flag set like this where not too much is shuffled, very good to have, because you know exactly where you can find that kind of money. So JSR trying the same thing Rick did with the trying to farm bombs on these Gibdos. Takes a death.
Maybe my first thought when I get bombs at that part of the map is to hit the take any, but maybe that's just because I'm bad at this game.
No, I think that's probably a valid thought. You want to get at least 1 heart out of those to work your way towards that white sword item, or maybe even check a shop somewhere.
And maybe if you find if you're finding enough of these, if you find enough hearts, maybe you look for mags too.
Yeah, that would be a play down the road as Rick opens that key door by not having any keys with the what we call the Kanana key.
And JSR finds that the Armos there has another one of those 32 medium secrets.
Yep. And now he's headed to get his Armos item. And that's a pretty good one. It's the Raft, which is required in this flag set. Rick in level 8 is finding all of the floor bombs, but also forcing all of the bombs, so he's able to leave all these bomb discoveries on the ground, perhaps for later if he needs them.
Okay, so in shapes, is it first quest or second quest dungeon items?
Everything, yeah, in shapes everything follows the first quest logic by default.
Okay.
And I'll add the usual Fred caveat of for now.
And it was 75 for that blue candle.
Whew, that's a hefty price. But one that they will pay if the game's not giving them any other options. JSR uncovering level 3 at the raft location.
And Rick finds a staircase that has the red ring.
Wow. That is a huge find. Rick's primary health concern at this point is just going to be having enough hearts to pick up the white sword item. Beyond that, he's in good shape defense-wise for the remainder of this seed.
Well, Ganon hugs are still painful.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They'll still take away one heart if, in that situation. As Rick gets yet another bomb drop.
And a beautiful single... And those Tektites got some... Those Tektites got a beef. Got some beef.
Yeah, I was just about to say everyone's favorite Tektites that rolled up in HP.
Could be worse. Could be Keiths that roll up in HP.
Those are also bad, although at least those do not screen scroll when you hit them, like Tektites do. Rick finally picking up the map here in level 8, and then getting himself locked in a room.
That's a whale of an 8.
Yeah, another big dungeon.
Well,
like 33 or 34 rooms.
7 and 8 both tend to be large dungeons.
Yeah, they
just
share
because
grid.
of the way the I was gonna say because of the way the grid is shared.
Yeah, usually you see 6 get the bulk of its grid, and then then 7 and 8 splitting one all by themselves. As Rick finds another item in 8, that's huge for him information-wise, if nothing else.
And JSR finds makes his Kanana key.
That's 1 for each. And now, did Rick, next to the tripod, did Rick find the last item here in level 8, right next to the Triforce? Turns out not to be the case. He is going to pick up his level 8 Triforce, and we'll see if he spends more time here. I tend to think with 2 items dug out, one of them being useful, he may be done for now.
Was the second item a heart container?
Oh, you know it was. Now, Rick is going to make his journey over to what he believes to be the Armos item. What he does not realize is that it is not the Armos item. And then we will see probably a similar turn to what JSR did earlier.
And
there you can...
11 for bombs, so that's not bad.
Yeah, that's a good bomb price. Especially once these guys leave level 8 and aren't getting multiple bomb drops in every room. So, looks like Rick's going to pick up a 30 secret over here while he's in the neighborhood. Then I suspect we may see... perhaps he's going to go ahead and at least open up the dungeon at Vanilla Level 9 to see what it is.
Well, while he's up here, it makes good sense.
Just hoping for a bomb drop, as JSR finds a Leave Your Life or Bombs room. He could have gotten away scot-free if he had not just recently picked up a heart container in level 8.
Oh, will that not take you below 3 hearts?
Yeah, no, it'll take you to 0 HP, and the next hit kills you, but it does not lower you down to 2, which is nice. And speaking of 2, that is the dungeon that Rick has just discovered. It looks like JSR is a bit more committed to perhaps continue in level 8 there. We'll see what he does. He did not get that red ring that Rick did out of there. And
JSR has right back in.
Not surprising. He knows the layout of level 8. He knows
there are two. He knows there are 2 stair items. And we've got a ladder.
Wow. Shoutouts to chat. Apparently they're ahead of me right now. I had not seen that yet, but yes. Ladder in level 2 for AdirondackRick. Huge find.
Rick has the spice rack.
I just cannot overstate the importance of having those kind of items that, things like it and the any key early in a siege just stop you from worrying about whether or not you're going to be able to progress through the dungeon you're working on at the time. It's just a quality of life thing. It's very reassuring to know that that's one less thing that's going to stop you in the next dungeon you try to dig out.
And ladder is almost always a required item.
Yeah. Certainly if not required, usually still makes the seed easier even if it's not actually required.
We have not seen what the ladder item is, what the coast item is, and we've got Lionel's in the dungeon.
Oh, good. Not exactly my favorite enemy to fight in close quarters with potential things, potential obstacles in the room.
All things being said, though, it could be a lot worse.
Oh, absolutely.
So I want to explain to chat, if for those who have not seen it before, what JSR was doing in that room with those stacks of pancakes. He was hitting his sword and wand buttons at the same time, and therefore having both of them swing and doing the damage of both of them.
Yeah, it's a great tool to use on enemies to like I said, stack your damage, especially if, say, Vyers roll up, and you can maybe kill them in one hit and get a drop out of them instead of having them split into keys.
Still no red ring find for JSR though.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because the thing he needs the most right now and the thing he's looking for are the same. He's constantly living on the edge of life and death in these rooms, and at the same time, unable to track down the red ring. Rick gets a heart container at a level 2.
And a very interesting shape in level 2.
Yep. Oh, and it looks like that might even be a ladder-blocked Triforce. Fortunately for him, he found it earlier in level 2. So Rick has all the knowledge of level 2. He's just got to finish off these bunnies that are... Man, I can't imagine doing, like... You have to be so much more careful if he didn't have the red ring. Those guys taking 2 hearts off of you every time you touch them.
Oh, yeah.
But good news for Rick, he never has to come up to this part of Hyrule ever again. Well, JSR's making that same play. Let's see if with one bomb he's got enough to take care of things here in level 2. I think surely he's got enough to find the ladder with just that bomb, I believe.
And Rick takes a heart from a take any.
Yeah, I mean, getting himself up to 6, guaranteeing that white sword pickup, very useful. I assume we're going to see a check on the coast here very soon.
I'm sure that's where he's going. Because I'm sure that's where he's going, and then he's going to go up and around to get the white sword item.
Yep.
And he's probably going to get the Armos. And he'll probably get the Armos item while he's up there, too.
I would think so. It's a hard
Coast item is a hard.
But he is able to pick up this candle on the coast shop, which is useful for him.
And JSR picks up his ladder, his spice rack.
And then rewarded with what we've seen, what we saw constantly in this level 2 with Rick. Oh, look, it's another room of Pulse Voice.
And Vanilla 8 is Dungeon 6.
And immediately walking into the room you can't get out of and can't get anything out of. Zelda's vanilla room.
And JSR finds the other thing we found a lot of in 2, which was blue Lionels.
Yeah, Rick is living his best life right now in this level 6. I know he was probably hoping to find something other than the transport staircase there. But with this red ring, and there's a Triforce,
And
man.
he finds a Triforce.
Looks like and could this be a huge play, going one room south to check it and finds the white sword?
I like that call. I like the call of picking that up.
What I really like is that he, while picking up the white sword, he was swinging his wood sword. Nice little glitch you won't find in the vanilla game, because... Hello, Wizrobes.
Hello, clock in a Wizrobe room.
Hey, you'll take it every time. It's like he's just trying to get back over to that Triforce at this point.
Oh, see, that's another one I hate to see is when the Zols roll up.
Yeah, That's no fun. Although he did, if you saw, he did get a drop off of one of them. So I guess he had timed the combo hit correctly in that instance.
And I dare say that that Gorilla is never going to give you up. Because Rick is on a roll.
Oh, and JSR decides to peek into one more room past the Triforce and is rewarded with Blue Land Mola Death. So we're just going to have to spend some more time in level 2. That's been the theme so far for JSR, spending more time in these dungeons than Rick has. And you know, it could cost him later on.
Rick picks up the medicine out of that take any.
Yeah. He doesn't have much need for hearts at this point in the race. So I can understand that play.
Because I don't think he's going to go for mags.
Nah. Not with Wand and White Sword and Red Ring. He's going to try to tank his way through things instead. Let's see that White Sword item.
It's a heart.
Okay. So he's going to take that heart at least.
So if you're Rick at this point, obviously you're going to go and hit Vanilla 5 while you're up here. Are you going? What's your next play?
After this, if he gets what he's looking for out of here, I would say you save. Oh, and level 1, what a good find. Although we were running out of places that level 1 could be. I'd say you save and then probably take the raft to its destination. But only Rick can answer that question right now, and he may not be able to answer it right this second. Because he's got a lot of blue dark nuts in his face.
And
fortunately, they appear to be blue dark nuts that are going down easy.
And we've got a floor item. We've got floor item number 1 as a heart. There will be another floor item, and there will be a stairs item.
Yeah. And when you're digging out items, you love to see that floor item because, you know, the sooner you can rule all those out, you can just focus on rooms with staircases. Especially if you have the Triforce figured out. So, here's a staircase for Rick. If it's not segmented, this will be the item.
It's a heart.
Alright, so we're 2/3 of the way to the triple heart level 1 that we all know you wanted, folks.
That's the dream, folks. So now there's just going to be one more...
Yep. Rick, with the map, now knows where at least to look. And finds the Triforce.
There's a Triforce.
Won't be too hard to get back to, if things go awry in this room. Although I don't suspect they will, given his ammunition. So now Rick, with the Triforce and 2 items that we saw out of level 1. Yeah, in that situation, yeah, he's going back in. Such a small dungeon, so little to check. JSR abandoning the heart container, says, "No, I don't want it." And he has, and this is a guy
And
with
he
wood
has no red
sword
ring.
and no ring. Yeah.
To answer Putz in chat, we've had 2 hearts.
Yep. Now Rick knows the location of that bomb hole, taking him to a new portion of level 1. He's rewarded with a key, and he's hoping a useful floor item, but no, it's the book. And sure enough, yep, he does save. Let's see if I called Rick's next play correctly. I think I did.
I think you did.
Welcome to the mind of AdirondackRick with Liquid Husband.
And it looks like we've got Garaya's on the overworld.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they went down easy.
Vanilla 4 is 3.
Yep. So that leaves us with what to be at level 7?
I think that has to be 9.
No, 9 was at level 2. Rick saw it briefly. So level 4, I think, is the only one we haven't seen at this point.
Yeah, that leaves 4 then.
Now, I will say, upon re-entry, JSR is making quicker work of this level 1 situation than Rick did, so props to him there, made up a little bit of time. Still working with a lot less here, with no white sword and no red ring, and fewer hearts.
And white sword, white sword was in 6. We have a red candle as the floor item.
Yeah, well, it's information at least. Obviously, you know, they'd rather have something different, I'm sure. And this level 3 is just extremely non-linear. Not unlike vanilla level 3 in that regard. It's not big, but there's a lot of, different paths you have to take to clear it out.
Not sure, knowing that why you don't go left to clear out that single room, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their strategies on taking the most rooms versus not orphaning a room, vice versa, those kind of things. And
We
Rick
found a
discovers the
Triforce.
He sneaks around it because he knows all he's looking for is a staircase at this point. And yet he continues to kill things. Or did we find the staircase and not the floor item?
No, we found the floor item.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's right, it's the red candle. So Rick really just needs... Maybe he's looking for keys. In this room, he can play it safe on one side of the river, get some health, and a bomb. So he's definitely playing the key game here, trying to save those resources.
Well, and like I said earlier, maybe I'm just bad at this game. Actually, there's no maybe about it. I know I'm bad at this game.
Hey, join the club, dude.
Rick finds his staircase, and it's buttery red. It's the rich buttery croissant.
Yeah. Again, knowledge. This was level 3 was a knowledge dungeon of things that aren't ultimately not useful, but not what we were looking for. As looks like JSR is going to dig out a section of level 3 that Rick did not. He'll get a key for his troubles. That's about it. So Rick now with the Triforce out of level 3. JSR will get his soon enough. So now we see what Rick decides to go for next. Gonna use that power bracelet. Hey, if the game gives it to you, put it to use.
And I agree with Falfon in chat. A good croissant is really amazing. He is going to vanilla 6.
Yeah. You're not wrong there. Oh. JSR had second thoughts and then maybe remembered that he didn't have the Triforce out of level 7 yet, so hey, this power bracelet could come in handy getting back over to that side of the world later on.
Well, that's pretty much the point of getting the power bracelet, is being able to get, being able to make your way across, is being able to, use the warp zones.
Yeah. So, Rick gets that early map that JSR found earlier in level 7. We'll see what he makes of it. I don't recall JSR finding anything in level 7 earlier. Rick is just putting his combat and defense situation to good use. Just no regard for Dark Nut life whatsoever.
And hey, we've got the designer of the randomizer, F. Coughlin, in the chat.
Naturally, he says welcome to Warp Zone. Speaking of which, Rick just found a theoretical Warp Zone. He's also finding quite a few keys, which more or less gives away what one of the items in level 7 is going to be. And we do have something new on JSR's side there. Something we hadn't seen yet, a bomb upgrade. So now JSR, for the first time in quite some time, has something that Rick doesn't.
And it was a 5 bomb upgrade.
Yeah.
And we found a grumbler room.
Yep.
And
so
it is the Eddie key in 7.
But of course.
Because it wouldn't be funny any other way.
Yeah. So now Rick is mostly looking for, staircase and Triforce at this point. He does have to clear out these rooms because he doesn't know the location of the Triforce, though. I do like finally that they have gone to different rooms, different dungeons, because it did feel like there for a while they were just sort of mirroring each other. Now, this is a chance for maybe JSR to pick up on something that Rick does not have.
Well, did Rick get the floor item out of 5? Oh wait, the floor item was the wand.
Yes.
Did Rick get the stair item out of 5?
I don't recall seeing anything else in level 5, unless it was the heart container. Unless it was a heart container. And believe you me, it very well could have been. And Rick, in the last room here in level 7, down in this bottom bait-blocked section, finds a staircase and finds the recorder. That was a difficult spot to get to. Rick pulls it off and now has yet another progression item.
No, Rick still needs the bow. I was going to say, does that put Rick in go mode? But he still needs the bow and silvers.
Yeah. Silver arrows, of course, obviously could be in level 9, but yeah, still needs the bow from somewhere, and that's a big find for Rick. The compass letting him know that the Triforce is close by. Meanwhile, JSR employing those beeping strats with his Pulse voice. Hey, here's a Cleok that we were just avoiding earlier if we could. Nope, level
And
5's... Oh, man. That's big for JSR, but, I mean... You gotta think it's something that Rick's going to make part of his plan later, since he does still need the Triforce out of there.
So, we are now... Rick is now silvers... Or I'm sorry, JSR is silvers away from being in go mode.
JSR still needs the recorder. That, that Rick just picked up, in level 7. And not the easiest place to find.
Right, we viewers are silvers away from go mode knowledge.
Yeah, and Rick is back in level 5 now. We'll see if he digs out the item. He does make that bomb upgrade purchase, so he too now has the 13 bombs.
I mean, it's 103 rupees, but it's for it's plus 5 bombs. That's worth it to me.
Yeah. Yeah, take it every time. Comment in chat saying, seems like the red ring might be the difference maker. The red ring has been very useful for sure. That paired with the white sword, having more hearts in general, has definitely been big for Rick. Certainly affords him some things that others could not, namely JSR in this race, could not pull off. As Rick leaves that Triforce on the floor, knowing that that room will not respawn, with the bubbles being in there. Very useful knowledge for him.
And JSR in 5 looking for his Triforce, clearly.
Yeah.
Which isn't, and we've got a high 5.
Hey
Both
guys.
our runners in the same room.
Yep. Now we'll see what Rick does here about level 5's final item. He's going back in. And we know that to be the correct play. He's still awaiting whether or not it's a useful decision. JSR over here in the neighborhood of the...
Hello!
Whoa! Sorry, I had to stop.
140 large secret.
That's a lot of money. I was gonna say he's in the neighborhood of the final dungeon, level 4, but no dice for him. He can't go in there right now.
JSR heading to 7, which is Vanilla 6.
Yep. And Rick going through every room humanly possible in this 5, but no matter how many rooms it takes him, it's going to be worth it.
He's going to find his any key.
Oh yeah, JSR, yes. Rick about to enter bow mode. So now, and he's conveniently located near his final remaining dungeon, level 4. If Rick can pull out a Silver's find in level 4, that is going to be huge for him. Alright. And Rick enters level 4. JSR picking up the Triforce in 7 does not have the items, though. Question in chat, what's put JSR seemingly behind? I would say JSR has left items on the table that Rick has not, namely the red ring and the white sword. Those have been two huge differences in their resources thus far in the race. And he's just in general spent a bit more time in dungeons than Rick on most cases. But yeah, that early red ring for Rick has been a game changer for sure. Rick refusing to relinquish any of his resources. Oh, JSR with a manhandle a kill that was so clean it didn't even bring about an item drop. Oh, and there's a Goma in level 4, and now we all get to hold our breath for a second, as we still don't know where the Triforce is in level 4. Or for that matter, the floor item, as Rick has already won one race in this tournament by virtue of the blue Goma having the silver arrows. It is not out of the realm of possibility. Okay, so it's not the Triforce, at least. JSR did pick up his magic key. Rick still itemless in this level 4. The longer it takes, the more variables it gives JSR to catch up. As JSR gets his recorder, and now he will be done with level 7. Oh, there's our floor drop in 4, so no Goma blocks, at least as far as items go. I guess Goma there could be a shutter door or something with a Goma keeping us from getting something, but still no staircase item in level 4. And Rick wasting no time whatsoever, heading right back into level 4. See what path he takes this time.
And no, Mr. Cab, JSR does not have the triangle, the Dorito from 6.
After all this time, Rick finding the map now in level 4, I'm sure he would have loved that a while ago. And there's our staircase in 4, folks. We're about to make the discovery. Level 4 holds
and
for us.
Is
the standard issue
the
Danner.
best boomerang. Actually, I disagree with that being the best boomerang in this particular version.
My man. So now, Rick has a decision to make. 45 minutes in. Looks like he's heading to level
Rick
9.
is going to. Oh, he is. What's the? He's still missing 8. Still missing an item from 8. Is that right? Or 2 items from 8?
Just 1 from 8. There was a heart container and the red ring that he found, leaving 1 on the floor in 8. Maybe 1 in 6. Yeah, I'm not sure that we saw the floor item in 6. So we're looking at,
No, we did not see a floor item from 6. So it's going to be floor 6. It's going to be the second item in 8, or it's going to be 9.
Yep. So 50-50, literally.
Okay, jelly block. That is called the pirouette.
And all I can say is because reasons, more or less.
Because this game is programmed extremely well.
Yeah. It was made when it was made. It's likely that we will see Rick taking many staircases in this level 9 as he tries to at least discover where each one of them takes him or what the items are. Unfortunately, since he is also, trying to discover Zelda's location, we will probably see him have to clear out some of these rooms he'd rather not. Oh, and he hears Ganon. We have Ganon location, but we do not have Ganon ammunition. So, in this case, it's Zelda because he plays as the Gorilla. But so Rick has found the beast, but can do nothing about it.
JSR heading into 6. And that is his first trip into 6.
Yeah, and finding 6 much later than Rick did. We'll have to see if he digs more of it out. I mean, it had an early Triforce, which is part of why Rick decided to nope out of it. It's such a big dungeon that can have a lot of problems for you that he chose to try something else, which in the end has eventually landed upon being in level 9.
And I can't change that Like's mind because I agree, Rosanna is better than Africa.
Well, there's Hold the Line, and then there's everything else, but,
And I will tell you, I did not realize that Jeff Porcaro was their drummer.
Alright. So, JSR having that moment of truth.
Picks up the Dorito. The question is, does he go back in?
There. He was doing math there, I'm pretty sure. And perhaps he's just now realizing he's never checked the coast item. And it looks like JSR is going to go to 9 as well.
JSR's heading to 9.
This is
level 9, the Great Equalizer.
This is the play.
Silver arrows are potentially in 6. They could also be in 8. And I did not happen to have my headphones in when we heard the flute, so I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I heard a bit of it, but no clue. Man, all these Pole's voice in these staircase rooms, how unfortunate is that when you're looking for the arrows?
Okay, I'm not sure why he didn't why he didn't push for a potential staircase in that room.
Who, Rick?
Yes.
Because there was a shutter door, so he knew that the push block was only going to open the shutter door and nothing
Okay.
else.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Rick hoping to maybe find Zelda along the path that as his great quest for silver arrows continues. Just more staircases.
I keep hoping. I keep hoping that when he goes down one of these staircases, we're gonna see an item room.
I mean, mathematically, it's getting more and more likely at this point. As I just saw the screen go dark on JSR's side of earlier, and I was like, oh man, he found the cannon too, but it was a staircase. But he's likely playing the same game that Rick is playing currently. Although he might, looks like he might be a little more
well,
open to
I would
using
hope
his bombs.
I would hope they're playing the same game. It would be awful hard to race if they weren't.
And another staircase for Rick. He's gonna try to rule out this corner first. Can't say I blame him. Especially when he just found Zelda.
Yes,
So
he just finds Zelda.
Rick knows everything except where the silver arrows are now. It's a matter of finding the item. Is it in level 9? Who knows? We certainly don't at this point. Now, sure, I may be trying to keep the steady vocal exterior on for purposes, but man, this is crazy. Y'all said it in chat. This is insane. Watching two of my best friends in this or any other gaming community in a do or die situation, all knotted up in level 9. Man, this is awesome.
I agree. This is
And another staircase for Rick. My goodness. I think that's all of the staircases.
No, that's one. That's one we've seen.
Okay. He opened a key door to get in there, so I thought it was the same. Thought it was a new one. And a shoot room. And this is Rick's...
And a lag room.
Yeah, very laggy in there with all the projectiles. One thing that's definitely going on here, Rick has been very cautious about using bombs. Could there have been a bomb wall that he didn't find that maybe JSR finds because he's more willing to spend his resources? Only time will tell.
And we're still looking. See, I also do not know how to do those clips, the block clips, or the screen scroll glitch.
Yeah, block clips aren't so bad, and they're certainly up there for essential things to learn. Screen scrolls, I'm with you. You know, I can do them occasionally and don't know why. Basically.
But like I said earlier, and I've said before, and I'll say again, I'm bad at this game.
Oh, Rick finds a bomb hole. Let's see if this, and finds a perfect manhandle kill. That was clutch. These are places Rick has not been up in the Northwest. He cleared a lot of it earlier, but not all of it.
I think I gotta agree with 7-8 here. You don't bail until you find at least one item. And
Rick just did.
And he's found the silver boomerang.
Yeah. I mean, Rick's still in a situation, he doesn't know it obviously, but he's still in a situation where he has time to find this other item in level 9. Again, he has no way to know that. Another indication of Zelda's location right there. But we enter this staircase, and it's the heart container. Silvers are not in 9. Silvers are not in 9. Rick knows first. Let's see where he goes. Looks like he's heading to level 8. Makes sense, it's where he spent the most time, and it's a staircase item. So, easier to find than possibly than a floor drop.
Now, isn't it... Oh, we've... Okay, white... Yeah, that's right. White sword was the stair item. Was the stairs item in 6.
Yeah, and it was so early that there's really not a lot of level 6 that Rick has explored. I mean, he saw maybe 5 or 6 rooms of it total. Whereas level 8, he spent a decent amount of time, and he and JSR both. This is advantage. I mean, Rick's upset, I'm sure, that the silvers weren't there, but this is advantage Rick. He's the first one to know, and he's the first one to go. And he's the last one I thought you'd see there.
Oh Lord, what was that? What is that song?
It's not going to be a recorder tune, probably. Friends in Low Places by Garth Brooks, if you were wondering.
Ah. I knew I recognized the lyrics.
An Oklahoma boy, actually. I was going to say my Tennessee is showing, but I'm not the one from his home state.
Hey, I grew up in the Midwest.
So Rick, reaching these upper recesses of level 8 now.
That's my wife that's from Oklahoma.
I understand. This nice required triple Dodongo room. Everyone loves wasting their time with triple Dodongo and fireballs.
Hey, but you can force bombs real easy for them.
That's true, as long as you don't get hit. Free bomb. So here's the item in level 8. It's the silver arrows.
Silvers.
Huge find for AdirondackRick. He's going to be making a beeline back for level 9. He knows where everything is. It's now a matter of execution.
Oh, and I recognize that song too, and I can't place it.
Someone said Kid Icarus, which would be appropriate given the arrow find. Wow. I mean, I know level 9 was a bit of a troll to him, but this has been a series of incredible decision-making by AdirondackRick. He doesn't realize it now, but he may know it soon enough. Oh, that was catharsis right there for Brick. Those boys.
That is just the fine. That is just a fine piece of shooting. to get all 3 Pole's voice on one arrow.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd love to have a little more health. I know he does have a potion though, so
He does have some Pepsi.
yeah. He's gonna need 8 hits on Ganon Zelda. Appears to have a stun lock here.
Stun lock going.
Great middle fighting as well. That is a skilled, seasoned Zelda player. I'll tell you what. Not just having to stand in the bottom left corner and swing wildly. JSR goes to level 6. It's not the right play, but it's even if it was the right play, too little, too late at this point. Unless Rick just completely forgets how to get to Zelda, which there seem to be multiple ways. This one's a done deal. So AdirondackRick down.
It
one
looks
game
like
to nothing.
AdirondackRick is gonna work this race.
Yeah, down 1 game to nothing to begin this series. Comes back with a big win last night, and tonight puts on a Zelda Randomizer clinic, finishing in first place.
Rick the winner with an official SRL time of 1:01:32, and JSR forfeits out.
Man, what a performance by both of our competitors. GG's for both of them. That was absolutely fantastic. I'm hoping and suspecting that we may have some time to talk with these guys here shortly. We are actually joined first by at JSR. Rick should be here very shortly. So I'll hold any questions till we can get Rick in here. Just 1 sec.
Hey guys.
Hey JSR.
Hey, dude.
Hey Rick.
Hello.
GG's, man.
Oh man.
Thank you. GG's to you too. I'm going to guess I'm based on the conversation we had in IRC. I'm going to guess that you made the same gamble that I did. Silvers and
I had a really rough early seed. There were so many items I was missing out on. I didn't get either of the items in 6. I left 2 and 8. There was a few others that I skipped out on.
Yeah, and those items were huge for Rick. The staircase item in 6, which was right below the Triforce, was the white sword. And staircase item in level 8 that Rick found the first time around was the red ring.
Where was that at? I searched almost all of 8. I couldn't find either of the items.
Wasn't it on like the south end of 8?
That was a long time ago, I'll be honest with you. I remember where the silvers were. They were behind that required triple Dodongo room in the northwest corner.
Oh, no. Man, I went into 8. Well, first off, GG's, man. I can't wait to watch it back.
GG's to you too.
I went into 8. Well, I did the Armos play that I was talking about yesterday early, and it backfired. And so by the time I ended up in 7, I had no resources. So then I went to 5 and couldn't find anything there except for the wand. And yeah, it just was one of those things, man. I got randoed.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is from a competitive standpoint, most of the plays you guys made coincided with each other in terms of having to, go back and double dip dungeons and things like that. It was just Rick's persistence in those early dungeons. JSR, I don't want to say you weren't persistent because you did spend a lot of time in level 8 and it turned out not to work out for you. It was just, a couple of early plays there by Rick for some items, and from then on it was just always about a Triforce lead. I think he was in level 9 4 or 5 minutes ahead of you and literally found every staircase before finding a single item in there.
All 6 pairs I had found. So I knew when I found the staircase number 13 and 14 that there were going to be items. So I was like,
so what were the items in 9? Because I couldn't find anything. I kept dying.
Magic Boomerang, which was south of Zelda on the top left corner, and 3 rooms away was the Heart Container, which was 2 rooms right of Zelda in that upper left corner.
I mean, so I guess if I kind of was starting to metagame a little bit, because this seed was not that bad if you did it in the right order. And once the hour mark hit and you hadn't done yet, I was like, okay, this 9 sucks. I don't know if I want to stay here.
It definitely wasn't the case of 9 suck. It was just the fact that, hey, look, here I'm finding every single staircase, and I wanted to at least find one item before I noped out a 9. But the thing is that as deep as I was in 9, I wasn't going to leave without checking that second item at that point.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking the same thing. I mean, by the time you had done, I was kind of just throwing a Hail Mary. I went into 6, didn't really find anything. I was kind of just flailing around, man. This was a tough combat seed to have 7 heart containers and a wooden sword. I gave it my best shot, and Rick kicked my butt, man. And I'm really happy for you, dude. You've gone so far in Z1R, man, and I cannot wait to see you face off against RC Drone.
Well, him or Captain Green. I mean,
we
still
still got to
remember.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna put it here in the Discord channel. That was my level 9 map, JSR.
Oh, good God. I don't know if I want to see this. Oh, man. So there was a couple areas I saw. No, you pretty much covered everything I covered. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. The 2 question mark staircases were the items.
But yeah, you gave me a great match, dude. And whatever you want to say about game 2, I mean, you thoroughly kicked my butt in this game, man. I gambled, I took chances, and I still never really felt like I was ahead. I always felt like you were a second away from dot dunning. And you know,
and I was the case where I knew I was waiting for the dot done from you. Like, I had my IRC covered up, but I didn't, so I wouldn't have known if you had. So I thought I lost it when the gamble 9. I was in 9 at what, about 45 minutes in?
Yeah, right around
flat,
there.
pretty much.
Oh yeah, you were way ahead of me.
My Triforce 8 was 43-45, and that was level 4s.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because when you found that second item in level 9 and it wasn't the silvers, obviously from your end you were frustrated, I'm sure. But on our end, we're saying, hey, this is advantage Rick, because we knew what JSR was. That JSR was making the same play that you were. Mm-hmm. He was just behind you on that search.
And the reason I chose 8 over 6 is I think the same reason why JSR would in that circumstance. You're looking for a floor item versus looking for a staircase item. So level 8's the better play, in my opinion, at that point.
Yeah, the only reason when I left 9, the only reason I went to 6 is it was right there. Mm-hmm. 8 was definitely the better play.
And in your case, you hadn't seen either item, right?
Correct. I didn't see. The only thing I found in 8 was a heart container.
Yep. So going back to 6 at that point made sense because still 2 items and it was right around the corner.
Yeah. Still, I have no regrets. I played my butt off.
But you're a great competitor, and you've definitely made this a thrilling best of 3 series. I will say that I felt really, really pressured by you, and it's because I know you have a huge combative edge. I mean, you showed that in game number 1, which is why I wanted to make sure I at least left with 2 out of the 3 items in level 8 before grabbing that Triforce, is because I knew that came into play back in game number 1 when you pulled out the wand and had a 30-minute combative advantage over me. And I definitely don't want to get off air without saying congratulations on your Z1 PB last night of 28. What was it? 28:46.
28:47. Thank you.
28:47. Congratulations.
Yeah. I was going to say the last time JSR lost a rando race, some crazy things happened. So one can only imagine what might happen tonight.
Oh,
Absolutely. Now.
I just want to thank everybody involved in the restream. I'm gonna let Rick get his shine. I'm just gonna thank everybody. Rick, I wish you the best of luck going forward, my friend, dude. I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see how far you can take this tournament, man. I can't wait for the next round. Can I just say that, dude? The next round, I'm sad I'm not going to be a part of it, but my God, those matchups are going to be good, dude.
Oh my goodness, you're 100% correct, and obviously mine is going to come after SG Live, because obviously I'm leaving town on Wednesday, won't be back until next Tuesday, but you know that's going to be an exciting quarterfinals. Oh my God, I can't even believe this. We started with 90 people, and I'm in the quarterfinals.
You earned it, my friend. And
All
no matter who you end up facing off, it's going to be a great matchup, man.
Absolutely. I mean, a piece of me wants Drone just because I respect him as a runner, and I've definitely watched as he's made a great, serious push towards the world record in Z1. So I'm partly want that, but I would be happy with Captain Green as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I know you said you wanted Rick to get his shine here, JSR, but I've been hogging the questions here. I just want to make sure my partner DM Stewart doesn't have anything he wants to check in with you before you get out of here, JSR.
No, I think you've covered pretty much everything I was going to ask.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for the commentary. I believe it was Broadstone on the restream, and I'm not sure who was the tracker, but thank you very much, whoever it was.
That was Fry Teeth on the track.
Fry Teeth, thank you so
Hi,
much
Fry
for
Teeth.
tracking.
Yeah, excellent Z1R player in their own right.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody. Good luck going forward, Rick. And yeah, I can't wait to watch it, man. Thanks, everyone.
GG's to you too, JSR.
All right, man. I started watching. I learned about the randomizer back during the I guess it would have been 2016 tournament at this point. And just randomly decided to follow a runner that was in that tournament named AdirondackRick. And here we are, bud.
Yeah, I know.
Quarter finalist.
Wow. I'm going to say that this is further than I had anticipated going. I figured maybe the round of 16, but to make it to the quarterfinals, wow.
I'll admit to being a little bit of a Rick fanboy, only because only from getting involved with Link to the Past randomizer commentary, and partially because of Rick.
All of us that do commentary are a bit of a mark for Rick anyway, because he does this fantastic job with that. But he and I have had this conversation before. We both, do not want to be known as that commentary guy. And Rick, you are shining through right now. On your way to the final 8, like we said, dude. I'm not going to try to linger onto this one too much. So, I mean, if you got anything else you want to say, speak now, forever hold your peace, dude, and just bask in it.
I think that's all. I think I pretty much have summarized my feelings on this. I'm still a little shaking on this. I'm amazed, and let's go. Let's see how far we can go. And I really do appreciate having you two on commentary for this. So, thank you guys.
Hey,
thank you for all the great words.
No problem. Enjoy it. Catch your breath and have some fun tonight, dude.
Thank you, and good luck to you in the next round, Rick.
Much appreciated.
All right, that was AdirondackRick. I do again want to give a shout out to our tracker Fry Teeth, doing a fantastic job with this race, as well as everyone here at the Speed Gaming Network. Do want to let you know, coming up in about 45 minutes, there is one more race tonight. We talked about RC Drone and Captain Green. They are doing their first race in the round of 16 against each other. It's happening right here. So you're definitely going to want to either stick around or come back for that. DM Stewart, 1981. I had a lot of fun tonight, and I hope you did too, dude.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I had a great deal of fun.
Awesome. Well, I think this is where we make our lasting our lasting mark on these viewers. So if you've got anything else you want to throw out there, man, now's the time.
Well, I just want to tell you guys, if you've enjoyed this race as much as we have, give these runners a follow. They are certainly working hard. Thank you to Mr. Broadstone for the restream. Thank you to Fry Teeth for tracking. Thank you again to the runners. Thank you very much to my co-commentator, Liquid Husband. Other than that, good night, everybody.
Absolutely. Thanks to everyone. You're all beautiful, wonderful people. And we will see you again, hopefully in about 45 minutes. Stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks, everybody.